Hi folks, it's Carl here from E-Volve, and just as promised, continuing my short video series for schools and just talking about technology in schools. Hope you enjoyed the last one. This one I'm going to talk about, does my school still need a server? And in the large part the answer to that question is no, but obviously as with everything there are some caveats. So if you've got a server that's maybe 2 or 3 years old, there's no point touching it yet. You know, we continue with that product and we continue maintaining and updating it until it becomes end of life, which probably about 5 to 7 years of age. But if your server is in that 5 to 7 plus age bracket, it's well worth considering whether you need to replace it or not. Many schools are now using much more cloud service, so things like Office 365, Arbor, Bromcom, Parent Pay, My Concern, CPOMs, loads and loads of products out there, which means that the in-house servers are doing less and less work, and they don't need to do as much as they did because we've got the ability to control things more remotely with Office 365. It gives us a lot more scope to manage devices without the server involved, but still keep things safe and secure for you to use. So as you're going on this journey, you need to consider a few bits and pieces along the lines of budget. Servers generally require a £6,000+ investment every 5-7 years, and depending on the provider, you know, like ourselves, we'll often push a refurbished server, which keeps you down at that 6 or 7 grand bracket. But a lot of providers will insist on new kit, which means you're in that 10-12+ just for a primary school server. What applications are you still running on site? Do you still need things like FMS or your door access systems using your server? And if that is the case and it's really low usage stuff like that, then maybe you get away with a reasonably high-end PC. You know, a £700 PC rather than a £7,000 server, and then get the rest of your equipment on the cloud. You need to think about broadband. Now the DfE have issued quite a bit of guidance around broadband for schools and what the minimum speed should look like, and it's key that you follow that guidance as best as possible if you're going to go cloud, because you do need a 100% reliable solution, because without a server on site, if your internet goes down, you've kind of lost everything really. There are things that we can do to keep you ticking over, but you're going to lose access to a lot of your files, you know, and your management information system like Arbor. If that's cloud-based, you really do need a robust and reliable connection. Now in Stoke, lots of people have got Leela Connect or good Virgin Media products available. And Staffordshire, you know, Openreach are working hard to roll out fibre to the premise, which is a sort of cheaper fibre optic broadband than a leased line, which is where, you know, you're paying £300-400 a month for a leased line versus £60-70 a month for a fibre to the premises solution. So lots of scope, loads and loads of things to think about, but we're pushing our schools to move away from purchasing servers. And if you're with a provider that's talking to you about renewing a server, we're in that summer holiday project sort of phase at the moment and thinking about what work might happen over summer, then let's have a conversation, because I might be able to feed you with enough questions or give you enough ammunition to question that really and reevaluate the situation that you find yourselves in. Subscription models are the way to go with cloud solutions. You have to pay a chunk of money annually as opposed to a massive chunk of money every 5 or 6 years, and probably overall they work out about the same or maybe a little bit more even for cloud solutions, but it gives you a real good flexible solution, and I think it's well worth considering. So thanks for watching, and if you do have any questions or you want a conversation about cloud versus server, then please do just reach out. Just email me, carl@evolveitsupport.co.uk, and either myself or my assistant will pick that up and we'll get something in the diary. Thanks for watching.